Hi, good evening to Dr. Asnida, our lecturer, and also to my fellow friends. My name is Parthiban Saravannan, Matric Number 253813, and this is a video regarding the research methodology proposal entitled The Impact of COVID-19 Towards Hospitality Industry in Malaysia. Well, first and foremost, the introduction. Why hospitality industry? We know that hospitality industry is a very growing industry around the world. And for example, if you take Bangladesh, it's a country which depends on the tourism and hospitality more, where for every 100 tourists that they get, it creates 944 jobs, and followed by India and so on, which is included in the proposal. Well, if you take Malaysia into context, it is not something less too. Malaysia is a country which plays a significant role in becoming an international tourist destination. For sure, with our great tropical weather and also the great things that we have here, plus the amazing culture that we have here, which is a melting pot, our country has been a very popular tourist destinations, whereby a fact says that in the year 2018, more than 25.8 million tourists came to Malaysia, and they amounted to statistics of 81.4 billion ringgit. Well, the impact of coronavirus, as we know, COVID-19, has severely damaged almost all the factors, including the hospitality sectors in Malaysia, whereby there is a projected loss of 3.37 billion ringgit in the first 2 months of the year, and now we are in the seventh month of the year, and imagine the loss. Despite our countries and the Despite our country and the countries around the world are relaxing their restrictions, but there are still some conditions which are still in place, and the impact of it is quite severe, and that is why I want to carry out this research. Before I further dive into the more explanations about my research, I just hope that this research would be a very good research which would help a lot in many ways. Now, the impact would be severely faced on three matters. First, the income of the employees and also the employers. Second, the operational aspects, when the cancelled bookings, the rooms are not being sold and everything. And third, the retrenchments and the oversupply of job. I believe that this could actually jeopardize the growth of GDP of Malaysia in the coming years. And to, to put the icing on cake, we cancelled the Visit Malaysia year 2020, and this has definitely impacted a lot, especially providing that our country actually generates a lot of money through the foreign exchanges that the tourists making, mainly from China, and depends in and the job opportunities which are available to people who have tourist attractions around their area, and also as well fact that to the fact that the MCO actually halted everything. It actually distracted the operations overall. Now, moving on to the objectives of my study. First, to examine the effect of income losses on the employees of the hospitality industry in Malaysia. Second, I would like to investigate the job status of the employees of hotel industry in Malaysia. And third, but last but not least, to study about the cumulative losses that was borne by the hospitality industry in Malaysia and its effect to the GDP of our country. Moving on to the literature review. Well, since the coronavirus is something new, relatively new, and only now a lot of researches are being made, so there are not much researches. However, there is one which is quite close to what I am researching about, and it's titled The Movement Control Order MCO Crisis and Its Impact on Tourism and Hospitality in Malaysia, done by a group of people from the International Islamic University of Malaysia and also the Bangladesh Rajashahi University. Before I move further onto the gist of their research, I would like to state a key definitions and literal definitions of two main variables that I'm presenting in my research. First, COVID-19. We know what's COVID-19, but the literal definition is it's a form of coronavirus from the family of the respiratory syndrome, the SARS virus. It's originated from Wuhan, China. And the hospitality industry literally means industry which focuses on services to people, which include lodgings, food and beverages, event managements, and etc. So, further synthesizing into the literature review, according to the research done by the group of people who are mentioned just now, they came out with a conclusion that the country will go through a lot of losses in three sectors. First, the tourism sectors, the aviation sector, and as well the hospitality sector. However, how this differs from my research is solely focusing on the hospitality industry, whereas theirs is a broader one. And my research differs in terms of the number of people, whereby it's conducted only by me, whereas in their cases there are like three other researchers with that. We're gonna talk about the methods that I will be implementing in carrying out this research. First, I've decided to take a quantitative approach where I'll be using primary data through three techniques, which are observation. I'll be directly observing, the changes and the impacts of COVID-19 towards this hospitality industry. Second is I will be using the questionnaire technique, whereby I'll be distributing a series of questionnaires with both an open questionnaire type and also a closed enclosed questionnaire type, to know more from the people themselves, from the people on the ground. And third, last but not least, I will be interviewing some of them. For example, I'll be interviewing the hoteliers and also the employees to know more, because there might be even more things that might not be appeared on the questionnaire, which would eventually help me in carrying out this research successfully. And yeah, I've decided to take a quantitative approach, and the scope of my studies on three different matters would be: the first, the target of study. I've decided to focus on the hoteliers and employees of hospitality industry in Port Dickson, Negeri Sembilan, a small coastal town in the southwest of Malaysia. And the location, why I choose PD, is because it boasts tourism and it has a lot of hotels ranging from a 3-star hotel to a 5-star resort. And most people work in the hotels there. And also, I'm from Port Dickson, and my father works in hotel. My mother used to work in hotel, and we all work in part-time in hotels before. So we know the impact, and this is why I would want to carry out this research in order to help understanding better. And last but not least, the period of the study would be 4 months, which is from the year of October, this year, October 2020, until next year, January 2021. Because the country is slowly relaxing restrictions, but the international travel ban is still in place. And we hope that it will slowly be relaxed soon. And this is the time where the economy will pick up again. And we can see the hospitality industry slowly working their way up to the full potential again. And this is a good time where we can see the transition and the differences of how policies influences their operational impacts and how their impacts can be mitigated or scrutinized even further. As a conclusion, this research is truly a very important research, a very important step in determining the impacts of COVID-19 towards the hospitality industry in Malaysia. And I hope that this research can be carried out successfully. Thank you very much for your time, and may God bless you. Have a good day.